SHALAM. The right to face the east, the Lord's Prayer. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakwafka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Nafananawa, Lacham, Cow, Yawam, Wasalachanawa, Kabawafnawa, Kasalachanawa, Kabawafinawa, Wala'a, Tabaya Ainawa, Bana Sayawan, Abba, Hawashainawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha Allah, Waha Papara, La Iwalamyam, Aman. And in the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debt, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever, so be it. And the prayer for the Hakak, the power. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Baba Kashar, Nafaninawa, Hakak, Hakak, Lara Pa'a, Kal Makala, Wakal Madawa, Hakak, Lataha, Hamatazarayam, Hakak, Lahakwayam, Hamafyam, Hakak, Awakar Waf, Hatama Allah, Lagara Shan, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the water Aman. And in the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. And the blessings, Rakatha Yahweh, Wa Yahweh Shai, Wa Mayaka Allah, Wa Allah Hayam, Mata Zabiya Allah Wap YAHANNA, Ha Allah Wapyam, Ha Saranyam, Ha Kwatazayanyam, Ha Kayayayam, Wa Akwafyam, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, the water of man. And it reads, bless you Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, commanding General YAHANNA, the generals, the captains, the officers, and the sisters, the troopers, and the sisters, Yahweh. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you, so be it. Psalms 121. Asha'a Ayanya, Al-Hahayim, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a, Isaiah, Ma'ay, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'arataza, Al-Yathan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al-Yanawam, Shamaka, Hanala'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shawama, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamaka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yamyanka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ayakayaka, Wayarak, Belayala, Yahweh, Yashamaka, Makau Rai, Yashama, Afna Pashka, Yahweh, Yashama, Taza Afka, Wabawa Afka, Ma'aitha, Wa'ain I Walam, Aman. I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth and even forevermore. So be it. Psalms 83. Alahayim, Al Damayalaka, Al Takarash, Al Tashakwa, Al, YAHANNA, YAHANNA, Yahama Yawan, Ra'ash, I.S.U.P.K, Ya'irayamwa, Sawada, Wayathaya wa Aitazawa, Altazapa Wanyaka, Amawa, Lakawa, Wanyakakida, Magaya, Walaaya Zaka, Shamya Sha'ala, Iwada, Kaya, Nawa Aitazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Al Yaka, Bayaf, Yakawafwa, Alahaya, Adawam, Wayashama Alayam, Mawa'aba, Wahagayam, Gabal, Ma'aimawan, Wa'aimalak, Palashaf, I.S.U.P.K, Tazawa, Gum Ashawa, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya Lawat, Selah, I.SHALAM, Kayat, Kamadian, Kasaya Sarah, Kayabian, Banakar, Hayashwan, Nashamadwa, Bayandara, Hayawa, Daman, La Adama, Shayatamwa, Nadai Yabawa, Ka'ira, Wakazabak, Wakatazal Manai, Kaudasaya Kamwa, Ashar, Amawa, Nairasha, Lanawa, Af, Naawaf, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagalgala, Kakwash, Lapanya Raka, Kaash, Tabaaya Yara, Wakalaba, Talahat, Hayam, Khan, Taradakma, Basa Iraka, Wabasawa Pafka, Sabalaham, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Wayaba Kwashwa, Shamka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayaba Awa, Ida Ay, Wayakapawa, Waya Abadwa, Wayada Iwa, Kaya Ada, Shamka, Yahawa, Labadka, Al Yawan, Al Kaha, and Ratazar, Arman. And this is Psalm 83 in the Hebrew. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up their head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people. They have consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, Come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gobal and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Asher also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb, and like Zayed. Yea, all their princes as Zabar and as Zalmunna, who said, Let us take to ourselves the houses of God in possession. O Yahweh, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as a fire burneth for wood, and as a flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name, O Yahweh. Let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So be it. And this is the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the Edomites, and the nations, and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Matazi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airways, the cable access channels, and the radio channels Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahweh shine, Michael and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathen that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh Shai, thank you. So be it. So this is Sabbath service. We're going to read out the law, first in Hebrew, and then in English. You know what I mean? 7 verses each, man. 1 second. So we start off with Joshua, the 6th chapter. Any questions, type them in. I'm going to get it down for you. Any questions, let me know. So this is Joshua going to the city of Jericho. So when we left Egypt, we was wandering for 40 years, man. Just wandering around in the desert, had no home of our own. And we started to pass certain cities. And what happened in Egypt was so famous. It was a big thing, just like 9/11. 9/11 happened in America, but everybody knows about it. Everybody knows what happened to America in 9/11. And likewise, everyone knew what happened to the Egyptians. And no nation wanted a part of us. Every nation wanted to leave us alone. They didn't want no beef, wanted no problems. But our reputation spread. And we went to the city of Jericho, and they saw us, and on site, they just locked the gates. And that's where we're at right now. So this is Waya Rakawa Sagaraf Wama Sagarayaf Mapanaya Banya Yasha'ala Ayan Yawataza'a Wa Ayan Ba'a Waya Amar Yahawa Al Yahawashai Ra'aha Nathaya Bayadan Bayadak Ata Yara Yakawa Wa'af Malaka Gaba Wayara Haka Yala Wasa Batham Af Ha'iraya Ha'ai Yara Kal Anashaya Hama Lakama Hakwarab Atha Ha'aya Pa'ima Akaf Ka Tha'aisha Shashaf Yamayam Wahaba'ai Kahanayam Yasha'awa Shaba'ai Shawa Paraf Hayawa Balayam La Panya Wa'arayan Waba Yawam Hashaba Ya'aya Thasabawa Ata Ha'aya Shabai Pa'ai Mayam Waha Kahanayam Watha Kwa'aiwa Basha Wapa Rawaf Waha Yaha Bashamak Ba Quran Hayawa Ba Shamai Kam Kasha Ma'ai Kam Ata Kawal Hasha Para Yara, Yaiwa, Kal, Ha'aim, Thara, Wa'ai, Gada, Wala, Wapa, Laha, Ha, Wamata, Ha'aya, Thaka, Thahaya, Wa'ai, Lawa, Ha'aim, Ayash, Na, Gadawa, Wayakwara'a, Yahawashai, Bun, Naban, Nawam, Al, Hakahayam, Waya Amar, Alahayam, Ashawa, Atar, Arawan, Ha Baraf, Washai, Ba, Kahanayam, Yashara, Shaba Iha, Shah Waparaf, Yawa Bulayalam, La Panya, Ara Yan, Yahawa, Waya Amawa, Laya Amar, La Amar, Al, Hayam, Ibawa, Wasabawa, Athar, Ha'aya, Wahaha, La Wataza, Yaba, Ya Iba, La Panya, Arawan, Yahawa, Yawaha, Ka'amar, Ka. Salakia. Bear me a second. Damn fucking page open shit. Salakia, excuse me. Joshua 6:1. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord delivered them. So that's Judges of Joshua. Salakia, bear me. I'm tripping today. Right, so this is 6:1. Now Jericho was straightly shut up because of the children of Israel. So Jericho, the city that we went to, and straightly, not STRAIG. That's straight as in no bends. Straightly STRAITLY means narrow, to be narrow. You know what I mean? Jericho was straight, it was narrow, and it was shut up. They saw us and shut their gates and thought, damn that. We don't want no piece of these. We don't want no smoke with these guys. We heard about what their God did. We heard about, the Egyptians being drowned. We heard about, the plagues of Egypt. We heard about the greatest army on the face of the earth getting wiped out by these man. We don't want no smoke with these man. And that's why they shut up their gates, man. Because of the children of Israel, none went out and none came in. So imagine they saw us on site and say, yo, pull the bridge, man. Shut the gate. And none of them went out the city. Nobody came in the city. They stayed there, locked up, safe. It's like being in a panic room. You don't leave. No one comes in, no one comes out. You just stay there and hope that, your aggressors will go away. That's what they did. That's what they did when the source coming. Which is a shame, because now when people see us coming now, they laugh, man. Police see us coming, they lock us up, man. Once upon a time, nation was scared of us, man. Petrified of us, man. Petrified. Now when people see us coming, they shake their head. Go, look at these niggas, man. Like the IOIC, man. So look at these poor black people, man. Look at them, man. When people see us coming, they call the border patrol on us. When people see us coming, they call the riot police, man. When people see us coming to shoot us and lock us up and stop and frisk us, man. Once upon a time, they saw us and they were scared, man. Petrified, shut the gates, man. And the Lord said unto Joshua, see, I have given into thine hand Jericho. And the Lord said, look, Joshua, look at this. Look how they're behaving, man. Look, I've given you them. Like, when you give someone something, it now belongs to you. The Lord give us the land of Jericho, man. He give us the city of Jericho. Said, Joshua, this is you, man. Go take that. I've given you this land. Go and take it, man. And the king thereof, and the mighty men of valor. So say, listen, even the king, everything, the greatest to the smallest, he's used to the mighty men of valor, and you think, oh, I can't take them. The Lord said, all of it's yours, man. Even the mighty men, you're gonna win this war. You got this. It shows black man, we gotta put our trust in the Lord, man. Ain't nothing we can't do. Imagine these cities were way established before us, man. They had a government and everything. We're coming out of Egypt, man. We're wanderers. We didn't live in a city with walls. We didn't have a government at this time set up, man. We was established. These cities here were established, man. Been through many of wars, man. We were just brothers coming out of Egypt. You know what I mean? It's just, these that had what, army array, man. Horses and chariots, man. And army were lined up and went to military school. We never had that privilege, man. But we put our trust in the Lord, and guess what? Our men beat their men with all their experience, man. With all their, golden army and chariots and, fast horses. You know what I mean? Our men still beat their men. Why? We got to start trusting the Lord, man. Ain't nothing you can do, black man, if you don't trust in the Lord. Thanks to Christianity and thanks to slavery, our people been beaten down and trodden down, and we think we can't do nothing, man. A black man in 2023 don't want to be an entrepreneur. He wants to just work for one. Why? Because in his mind, he can't go get that. It's like, me be an entrepreneur. I'll start being silly. I'll just work for one. And had we fought like that, there would be no book of Joshua. If we go take the king, city of Jericho, with the high walls and the fences and the men of valor and the horses, we can't do that, man. Let's just serve them. There would be no book of Joshua, man. There would be no famous story of Jericho, man. But black man, when you black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, when you serve the Lord, ain't nothing you can't do, man. Hey, we're reading it right here. Yeah, we were the nation of nobodies, man. It's coming out of Egypt, just, getting our footing. And we took it all over the heathens. And likewise with the I.S.U.P.K, man. We started off a small school in 1969, man. And now got schools all over the globe. And still expanding, man. You just wait, man, till the I.S.U.P.K expands over Europe, man. It expands to countries that, you would never thought it would expand to, man. To the smallest of islands where blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians dwell. You wait, man. That day's coming. Why? Because we trust in the Lord. The Lord took down an established, army with a bunch of just brothers, man. A bunch of regular, but imagine that, a bunch of regular brothers, man. Imagine you get Tyrone and Marvin and just regular brothers, man. And these brothers strap up and take down an army, man. Take down a proper army, a military army with tanks and missiles and mines. That can happen with the Lord, man. The Lord did it before to regular brothers that come out of Egypt. They weren't sergeants and generals. They weren't lieutenants and constables. You know what I mean? They weren't admirals, like, yeah. They're just regular brothers, man. Didn't have stripes on their chest. Didn't have all the things that, that an army has. But yet we beat an army. Why? Because we have God on our side, man. You wait, black man, that will happen. I've experienced stuff in my short time in the school, man. Putting my trust in the Lord, and guess what? We do the impossible, man. You know what I mean? Ye shall come past the city, all ye men of war, and go round about the city at once. So the Lord said, come past the city means what? Circle it, man. A compass, when you got a compass draws circles, man. That's where the word compass comes from. When you use a compass with a north, east, south, west, what is circular? That's the etymology of the word compass. To come past the city needs a circle, man. The Lord said, listen, I want your men to march around the city 7 times, man. March around it. Imagine that, man. Imagine how terrifying it was for them people in the land of Jericho, man. Imagine yours, living in life, man. You know what I mean? Doing whatever you're doing. And you hear a news report about this fierce army, man. This fierce nation of people that come out of Egypt. And at the time, to bring it to today, imagine this. Imagine the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man, the nobodies of America take down America, and you hear it on the news in England. You're like, America with the best army on the face of the earth, with the missiles and tanks and the infrared and the laser and the Bluetooth and all these technology, man, and they took them down. You hear that on the news, you're thinking, shit, I hope they don't come to England. And then you hear in the news that they're making the way towards England, man. You think, oh my gosh, they're making the way towards England. And they make the way to England, and England locks everybody up, shuts the gates so they can't get in, which is impossible, mind you, because England's an island. But if it was possible, imagine that. Shut the gates. And then while you're behind the gate, panicking and worrying, oh my God, you know what I mean? Hope they go away. You hear them marching, man. You hear footsteps, choo, 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 circling you, man. That must be petrifying. That's what we did, man. We had this nation scared, shook, stiffless. No one cared about us. No one came to rescue us for 400 years, man. No one gave a damn. The same country were, swapping and trading and importing, exporting, and no one said, yo, let them black people go, man. And now we're gone. Everybody's scared now. And we're just marching around the city 7 times, stomping. These men must have been petrified, man. You know what I mean? Thus shalt thou do 6 days. And we did this for 6 days. Imagine this thinking. Imagine you get in there scared, this fierce army thinking, shit, are they gonna climb the walls here? What's going on? Just in suspense, man. That's what we did to Jericho. This heathen city. Verse 4. And 7 priests shall bear before the ark 7 trumpets of ram's horns. And we have 7 priests, man. A priest is a man that does the work of the Lord, man. See, in the Bible, we got, so England, you got your soldiers, you got your MPs, you got different offices, man. But all together, when you put it together, you got a nation. And the Lord said, the men of war shall do the marching, and the priest shall bear the ark, man. The ark of the covenant is like a box, man. A box that has our history in there. It has, like, our history is very precious. Like, for instance, when you go to the Museum of England, there's things in there that is precious to England, man, that they don't want to let go. They got things in there like, the Queen's crowns and the Queen's garments and stuff like that marks their history. And the Ark of the Covenant is the same thing for us. In that, we got what Moses' staff, man. There's manna from heaven in that box as well. There's things in there that, we keep. It's dear to us. It's dear to us, man. And when we go to war, the priest will bear the ark. He has 4 sticks, and they'll bear it on the shoulders. Like how when you see a man get buried, man. When you see a man get buried, they bear the coffin on their shoulders. It's usually 6, man. But the Ark of the Covenant is 4, man. 4 on each corner. You know what I mean? We got priests, we got men of war, and all together, guess what? That makes a nation. The priests do the work of the Lord. The men of valor fight for the Lord. You know what I mean? We got everything that this system got today, man. And in fact, they copied our system. They copied that. We got priests. They got their Catholic Church, and now they got their army and so forth. They copied how we run in the Bible. And there are 7 trumpets, man. A ram's horn. This right here is a ram's horn, man. In fact, this is a ram's horn. This is the horn of a deer, actually. A ram's horn is much shorter. And brothers will, a dead ram, cut his horn off, hollow it, take all the insides out, and you can blow it, man. And it makes the sound of a trumpet. You know what I mean? Back in the day, brothers didn't have electric alarms, man. Didn't have fire alarms and whatever the case may be. To make a loud noise to alert people, you had to either have a ram's horn that you blow very hard, or a bell, a big bell that you hit, or a gong or something that makes noise, man. Imagine that, man. We're marching. It shows you, man. The men of the Bible we're not no sissies, man. We're hardcore. When you read when you read the Old Testament, you realize that we had wars, man. And life is all about war. Life is all about fighting, man. You know what I mean? If you're tired of blacks and Hispanics being on the bottom, guess what? You're gonna fight, man. You can't pray that one day things will get better and just pray it away. You gotta fight for it, man. England was a small, poor country, and now England's a rich country. And how did England get it? By praying. They fought for it, man. These murderers been all over the globe, man, and rape, robbed, and murder, man, and got their money. America was a country, you know what I mean, that had poor pilgrims in there, man. Poor pilgrims that stole the land of the Native American Indians, and they wanted better for themselves. And what did they do? Started fighting, man. On the wrong hand side, though, started stealing and shit, but nonetheless, they went and fought for it. And if you want blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to come up out of oppression, you got to fight too, man. First and foremost, you come to the I.S.U.P.K. You contact 394 Lodge Road, B185PW, man. And you don't pray that brothers come off drugs. You get them off drugs, man. You don't pray that women stop becoming whores. You make them not be whores no more, man. That's how you start, man. You got to go to war. And we wanted to expand also. We wanted to have land and be a prosperous country also. And guess what? We'd take over other countries, man. Other countries didn't want to give it up. We'd take them down. And imagine that. It was so hard. We put the pressure on these nations, man. We marched around the cities, man. Had them petrified. And it even started to blow horns on them too, man. They're in the land scared, thinking, "Oh my God, what's he gonna do? What does that mean?" Imagine that you hear marching, then you hear a boom, you think, "Oh my God, what does that mean?" You don't know. Does it mean they're gonna attack now, tomorrow? That's how we had them, man. That's how we had them. God, on the 7th day, ye shall compass the city 7 times, and the priest shall blow with the trumpets, and it shall come to pass when they make a long blast with the ram's horn. And when ye hear the sound of the trumpet, all the people shall shout with a great shout. And there you go, man. We at South, we all church boys hugging and kissing us. It was rough, man. You ever seen Sparta and what's that one with Mel Gibson, man? Shit, what's that movie, man? I can't remember what it's called. Man. Anyway, when you're on the battlefield, you screaming, man. Like how the football hooligans do. This is a masculine sport right here, man. God knows what the Christians are doing. But our men were masculine, man. You got a man like this in 2023, they tell you, "Oh, come on, man, you're too masculine. Oh, play it down, man. Something's wrong with you." But let me tell you something, man. Masculinity is how you win wars, man. Masculinity is how you get back what was stolen from you. Masculinity runs a nation, man. Masculinity is what we need. We got a lot of mothers, man. A lot of us grew up with our mothers. That's something we don't lack. So clearly, having more mothers ain't the issue, man. More fathers is the issue, man. We got a lot of petting. We got a lot of there. A lot of people wiping our tears. We got a lot of that, man. But yet drugs still exist. So we got mothers in abundance. Clearly, we need something else. There's something missing from this ingredient, man. And it's masculinity. That's something that we ain't got, man. It's been a while since we had some masculinity in our nation. We've been pampered for too long. We've been suckled and cuddled for too long. There's nothing wrong with it. But, one thing we are lacking is masculinity, man. A lot of it. And that's why our men are soft, man. That's why a lot of black people don't care about drugs. It's not my concern. We don't care about nobody else, because why are we not masculine enough? We have women tendencies, man. And women are selfish. No one's more selfish than a woman. Women care about me. What feels good for me, what smells good for me. That's why women don't tend to go to the army, because the army is not about you, man. Waking up at a certain time ain't about you, man. Doing drills and push-ups ain't about you, man. And a woman cares about, I might break my nail. I'm hungry. You know what I mean? I don't like this. I ain't eating this. You know what I mean? And that's what's teaching our children. Why? Because the oppressor is the devil, man. The oppressor got it that the black man don't want to be in the house no more. The black woman and black man can't get on. You know what I mean? They put so much devices in our houses. These are the reasons why black man ain't in the house. It could be that he's destroyed due to the white man. Could be that he's on drugs due to the white man. Could be chasing a record deal or record, production. Why? Because the white man put in his head that you can be a rapper and go chase your dream. It could be that the woman don't want to listen to no man due to the white man. She's been told to be independent. All these things are him to blame, man. You know what I mean? It could be that, he's on drugs. They put drugs in our neighborhoods. It could be that, because the oppressor did the same thing to his dad went his life, his feminine too. And because of that, we lack masculinity, man. And because of that, we're never going to win no wars, man. So you got to come to the UPK, get God on your side, man, and get this masculinity in you, man. You need to get masculine again. So like, yeah. All the people shall shout with a great shout, and the wall of the city shall fall down flat, and the people shall ascend up, every man straight before him. Look at that, man. Imagine that. The Lord does it impossible, man. It's black man, listen. I see people say, "Oh, you know, I like what you do, but I can't see black people coming off drugs anytime soon." That's because you got no faith, man. You don't believe, man. The oppressor, who's the devil, got more faith than you. You know what the oppressor said? The oppressor believed that he could go to the moon, and he did it, man. Went to the moon in 1969. Went to the moon. This is before Bluetooth, man. This is before Wi-Fi. Before, you know, cars had parking cameras, man. You know what I mean? Before Tesla was out, man, that can park itself. Before all this intelligence, he did it back then. He had faith, man. Black man, you mean tell me the oppressor got more faith than you? Nah, man. Don't tell me that, man. Our brother saw the high wall. The wall was high to the sky before. Yo, we can't get over that. And we trusted in that power that brought that wall down. That wall collapsed down flat, man. And once that wall went down flat, we just ran right in there, man. These nations thought they were safe. See, they believed in their high wall. They believed in their technology. They believed in their weapons, man. But we believe in God, man. And God is greater than your weapons. See, the oppressor today believes in his drugs. He believes his drugs can keep us down. He believes his women liberal movement can keep us down. He believes, you know, sending men to the army to go die will keep us down forever, man. But he don't believe in his God, man. And even though all the drugs you pump in our neighborhoods, even though all the weed and crack you put in neighborhoods, God got a remnant of men that won't take them drugs, man. God got a remnant of women that won't be whores, man. And he's going to use these women to take over the globe. He'll use these men to spread and take over the globe. That's what the oppressor don't understand. Likewise, in Jericho, they thought they had a high wall. They thought they had a big army and a king, and they thought that these men can't get in here. As long as we stay in here, we are safe. But they didn't know that we got God, man, that does it impossible, man. And you ain't safe. God. And Joshua, the son of Nun, called the priests and said unto them, take up the ark of the covenant, and let 7 priests bear 7 trumpets of ram's horns before the ark of the Lord. And he said unto the people, pass on and compass the city, and let him that is armed pass on before the ark of the Lord. And Joshua told the priests, go in the city. It put men on shamar, man, as we call in the UPK. Shamar means to watch, man, security. He sent men before the ark and told them to watch the ark, man. He told the priests to go in the city with the ark, and then sent men around the ark to guard it. Why? So these priests don't get harmed, man. So the ark don't get taken or the ark don't get damaged. That's what he did. And that's how we roll, man. When you read the Bible in the UPK, you understand the Bible more. We ain't no Christians, man. We don't believe that everything's going to be fine. Nah, man. You know what I mean? We make sure everything's fine. We have men on guard that guard the school, man. When people say, yeah, you lot too militant, man. Surely this ain't God leading. You don't know God, man. God is all militant, man. Around in the I.S.U.P.K, we got a brother watching the door, man. A brother watching the kids. A brother watching the left, the right. When we're at camp, forget about it, man. We got brothers watching the back, the front. That's how we roll, man. We're militant, man. We ain't Christian. Christians hope for the best. And Christians believe everything will be fine. We make sure, man. We serve the Lord of heaven and earth, man. He told us to be on guard. The Bible says, do not tempt the Lord, man. The Lord will protect you. Don't tempt him. Don't say, you know what, let's see if he really will protect me. Let me go out there with no security and see what happens. You know, let me not train. Let me not do my push-ups and see if the Lord will make me, you know, defend myself. That's not how it works, man. That's not how it works to us. Like, your man. Huh? No, sorry. Yes, like we from 6 and about 6 and 8.
It's Joshua chapter 6 and verse 8. Okay. And it came to pass, when Joshua had spoken unto the people, that the 7 priests bearing the 7 trumpets of rams' horns passed on before the Lord.
And these men went up, passed on before the Lord, man. They went first into the city, queuing,
and blew with the trumpets.
And they blew with the trumpet, man, blowing, making noise. Imagine that. Imagine how scary it must be for these heathens, man. They're shouting, screaming, and horn blasting. Just confusion, man. And that's how it is when you're in war, man. Bombs going off, explosions, screaming, the whole night, man. It's just loud. Keep it in.
And the ark of the covenant of the Lord followed them.
And the ark of the covenant of the Lord followed them. Keep it in.
And the armed men went before the priests and blew with the trumpets.
And the armed men went before the priests. Imagine this: the armed men went before them. Why? To protect them, man. The priests are vulnerable. Imagine the priest ain't got no sword. The priest got one job, man, which is to what? Blow that trumpet. So they're gonna need men to protect them.
Right.
Just like at camp, the reader, he's too busy reading, man. The speaker's too busy speaking. So there's men on Shamar watching him while he speaks and watching him while he reads, man. So armed men went before them to protect them because these men are vulnerable. They're blowing up. They're doing their priestly duties, man. Blowing trumpets and bearing the ark and doing what they're doing. So the priest got to go and Shamar them, keep it in.
And the rearward came after the ark.
And the what?
The rearward came after the ark.
The rearward. Oh, the rearward came after the ark. So you got men in front, the ark. They got men at the rear, which means at the back. So men will also defend in the back. The rearward, the people that they got forward, they got backward. The people behind came after the ark. So the ark was in front of them, they was behind. So there's men in front, men at the back. Men protected the back of the ark, men protected the front, man. This is what you call shamar in the Bible, man.
That's right.
Defending the priest, man. Keep it in.
The priests going on and blowing with the trumpets.
And the priests are blowing, making a loud noise. This will be an alarm, man. This would be a fire. Imagine an alarm going off. Imagine constant blowing. Boom, boom. Just blowing and screaming. Yo, this is war right now, man. Getting the brothers all amped up. Getting them all hyped up and ready for battle, man. The screaming, the hype. Imagine you go to war. Quasar, man. Blasting rap music, man. Getting a hype. You go to the gym. You got that gym music to get your hype.
Right.
You know me. I gotta play some King Von, man. Get me nice and hype. Get me nice and pumped, man. What the priests are doing right here, man. Blowing, get everyone in the zone, get everyone in the spirit, man. That's right. Getting them ready. Keep it in.
And Joshua had commanded the people, saying, Ye shall not shout, nor make any noise with your voice.
There you go. Then at first they were told to shout. Then Joshua said, don't shout, man. We're going to find out why. Keep it in.
Neither shall any word proceed out of your mouth until the day I bid you shout.
Then he said, stop. He said, shakwat. He said, no one make no noise until I tell you, man. Keep it in.
Then ye shall shout.
So then ye shall shout. So he told him to stop. And he goes, I will tell you when to shout next. Meaning what? These men here weren't Christians, man.
Right.
This was militant. First they shout in a loud voice, then they go stop. Just like when you see the military, they're marching. And then what does the sergeant say? Stop marching. Then he said, I'm going to give you an order to shout. Mental orders in the Bible, man. I don't want to hear nothing about, I don't take orders from no man. I don't listen to no man. When Joshua was the captain of the army right here, man.
Right.
He's the general of the Lord's army. He said, everyone should be quiet. I will let you know when to speak. He's telling them, he's giving the man orders, man. He's telling the man when to make noise, man. And that's how it is when you're in the army, man.
That's right.
And if you want to be a civilian, then this is probably it for you.
Right.
This ain't for you, man. Here, we tell you when to come to camp, man.
Right. We
tell you when we're going to wrap up, when you can go. And that's how it is. And Joshua's saying here, I'm going to tell you when to shout. He said, no man make a noise. I'll tell you when to make. I'll give the command, man. Keep it in.
So the ark of the Lord compassed the city, going about it once.
And the ark passed the city once. It compassed it, circled it one time,
And they came into the camp and lodged in the camp.
And they came in the camp, man. The camp where the army is, and they lodged in there, set up their tent, whatever the case may be. Keep it in.
And Joshua arose early in the morning.
And so when people think about the walls of Jericho, they think that you break down the wall and then the people of Jericho is right there. And that's not how it works, man. What you got to do is go to a castle, man. I've had the privilege of going to quite a few. And castles, you got like the inner court, the outer court, and then miles into it, you finally got the castle. So the war broke down. Even though the war broke down, it's still a journey to get in and to fight the people of the city. So we broke down the war. So we're in the castle now, and now we're setting up tent. You know what I mean? To get ready for tomorrow. You know what I mean? Get your energy back and, you know, camping and, you know, fight next morning. Keep it in.
Okay. And 7 priests bearing 7 trumpets of rams' horns before the Lord, before the ark of the Lord, went on continually and blew the trumpets.
So these men were blowing the trumpet continually. Keep it in.
And the armed men went before them.
And the armed men went before them. I.S.U.P.K said, keep it in.
But the rearward came after the ark of the Lord, the priests going on,
keep it in,
and blowing with the trumpets. And the second day they compassed the city once and returned into the camp.
There you go. And they compassed the city against it. There's more. The war fell flat, but there's more, man. They compassed the second part now and went back to the camp. They went back to where the soldiers were. You know what I mean? Retreated. You know what I mean? Went back to camp, sleep. You know what I mean? That's like, if you ever watch the movies like Spartacus and so forth, they will come to your country and then set up camp. That's how it works, man. You know what I mean? How it works is you either row your boat to a man city, get on his land, and then start setting up tents, man. And put a gate around that, put a man on Shamar, make sure no one's watching. You know what I mean? Get all your weapons together, and then you go fight, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? Keep it in.
And returned into the camp. So they did 6 days.
And they did that 6 days. Keep it in.
And it came to pass on the 7th day that they rose early about the dawning of the day.
And this day they got up early, man. This day they woke up, man. You know, how did they wake up early? They were giving commands, man. There's men giving orders, saying everyone be getting up today early, got their weapons together, packed up, you know, did what they had to do, and went to war, man. Keep it in.
And compassed the city after the same manner 7 times.
And they passed the city just like how they passed it 7 times before, the same manner, meaning just like how they did it before, you know.
Only on that day they compassed the city 7 times.
But this day they didn't compass it 6 times. This particular day they compassed it 7 times. Keep it in.
And it came to pass at the 7th time, when the priests blew the trumpets, Joshua said unto the people, shout, for the Lord have given you the city.
And Joshua said, shout. Joshua gave the command. Now, before that, they had to shut up, shut their mouth, do as they were told. This time, Joshua goes, right, now you can shout. Keep it in.
And the city shall be accursed, even it.
And the city shall be accursed, man. She shall be, you know, demolished, destroyed, man. Keep it in.
And all that are therein.
And everyone that's in there. And this is deep too, man. The UPK, if you're on Shamar, you can't speak, man. No brother can speak to you and say, yo, what's this about? You direct him to the table. You direct him to the speaker. That's
right.
How much discipline we have.
That's right.
And Joshua's men had the same discipline. Joshua told his men that they can't talk, man. So I don't want you to talk until I tell you to. And likewise in the UPK, man. If a man comes to you talking about, what's this about, man? Oh, you're not the real Jews. If you're in the speaker, you can't speak to him, man.
Right.
Unless you're giving the go-ahead, unless the man go, you know what, brother, speak to him. You're not allowed to. That's strong discipline, man. And these men had it in the Bible as well. Joshua said, don't talk until the time to talk, man. Keep it in.
To the Lord, only Rahab the harlot shall live.
And there's a harlot that gave us some intel. Is that what they call it now? There's intel. There's a harlot that was scared of us. We sent spies, man, to their city. And this harlot, this whore, said, listen, this is where you want to attack from, man. Listen, these men are scared of you, man. She gave us some intel, man, some intelligence, which gave us a little, it gave us the heads up, man. So now we're going to kill everyone in the city. He said, listen, kill everyone, but not Rahab the harlot, man. She did us a solid. She did us a favor still. I think she put a ribbon in her window. She put a ribbon in her window, and that was a sign that, listen, don't kill her, man.
Right.
And go, this whore right here, she's a whore and stuff, but yo, she gave us some intel, man. Allow her, man. Let her survive. Keep it in.
She and all that are with her in the house, because she hid the messengers that we sent.
There you go. The messengers that we sent, she hid them. You know what I mean? The messengers, she hid them, put them in the house, and gave us some intel. So, you know, we give her a lifeline, man. We let her live, man.
That's right.
Just like with Iraq. Was it Iraq? It was the Afghans, man. The Afghans got to come to England. Why? Because those particular Afghans was helping England against the Taliban.
Right.
So now that the Taliban are going crazy, and now that England's left Afghanistan, England allowed them to come over here as refugees. Why? Because they helped England out, man. They helped them out. So now the Taliban are in power now. These men are, you know, in danger. So England goes, come, let me help you out, man, because you helped us. And America also, to come, let me help you out, man. And that's why 25,000 of them got to come to England, man.
Right.
Why? Because you give England some intel that's helping them out. And likewise, this woman helped us out, man. So, it's just right to help her back.
Right. And ye, in any wise, keep yourselves from the accursed thing, lest ye make yourselves accursed.
And the Bible goes, when you go in and you're doing your killing and you're fighting these heathen, man, stay away from the accursed thing. What's the accursed thing, man? What's the accursed? Their temples, man.
Right.
Their idols, man.
That's right.
Their lifestyle. Imagine when Christ comes back. You know what I mean? Christ and his 100 million angels fighting against England and France and Rome. But whilst you're going to war with these nations, don't go to church, man. Don't go to church to see a nice golden cross. Oh, I can pocket this, Stay away from that accursed thing, man. While you're fighting India and stuff, don't see a golden statue of a 6-armed man and think, yo, man, could mount this down, make our money. Say, nah, man, stay away from that accursed thing. It can happen, man. You can be seduced. You can see a picture of Caesar Borgia in all gold and diamond eyes and shit. I think, yo, could make our money off this.
Right.
You say, as you're doing this, as you're going, remember, these are nations that celebrate Christmas and Easter and got other gods. So when you're fighting them, you're going to see it, man. You say, while you're doing it, stay away from that cursed thing, man.
That's right. And make the camp of Israel a curse.
And you make the camp of Israel a curse, man. You take that and bring it back into our camp. And it spreads, man. A man go, what's that? Oh, look at something I found, And then he starts dabbling into it. And you make the whole camp of Israel a curse, man. Nah, man. The Lord wants to keep the ranks nice and strong, man.
Right.
Just like in the UPK, man, we keep everything here strong, man.
Right.
Everything you got in the UPK must be approved, man. You make a t-shirt, man, it got to be approved. Why? Because you can make the t-shirt with the wrong vibe, man.
That's right.
The wrong vibe. And before you know it, everyone's looking, oh. Well, everyone's like us. And another man sees that t-shirt and makes something soft like that. Another man makes another soft one. And before you know it now, our ranks is watered down. And we're just soft, man.
That's right.
Our look is not what it was supposed to be. And likewise, the Lord said, listen, don't bring it back into my camp, man. I don't want it. I don't want my ranks watered down. I don't want everyone in here over time just becoming Christian, man.
Right.
Keep it in.
It's a lock, yeah. And it's a lock, yeah. Lest ye make yourselves accursed.
Unless you make yourself a curse, we are.
When ye take of the accursed thing and make the camp of Israel a curse.
There you go, man. Over time, you make us curse. You take the curse thing, and over time, all the different curses are.
Gross.
Oh, that's it. Okay. And that's what the Lord was against, man. The Lord didn't want us accursed. The Lord didn't want us Christians and Muslims, man. That's why, man. Shalom. At the end of the verse, read the end of the verse, and then we'll say the prayers.
And trouble it.
Yeah?
Yeah, calm.
All right, I buy them. It's on the trumpet, but for sure. You get it. That's a lot.
One day, bro.
Everybody's face the east.
This is the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. I.S.U.P.K. Yahweh. Malakov-Ka. Taba'ah. Ratazaka. I.S.U.P.K. Barataza. Kawor. Ayah. Bashemayim. Nathanielawa. Nakam. Kal. Yuam. Wasalakanawa. Kabawafinawa. Kausalakinawa. Kabawafinawa. Wala'ah. Salakia. Tabiya Banasaya 1. Abal. Awashinawa. Mayan. Rai. Kaya. Akar. Malakwa. Wahala. Hafapara. La'awalayam.
Say that again.
La'awalayam. Amen.
And in the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come. Thy will be done. In earth. As it is in heaven. Give us this day. Our daily bread. And forgive us our debt. As we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. But deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom. And the power. And the glory. Forever. So be it.
It's called the power Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushai,
Yahushai,
Babakashah,
Babakashah,
Nathanyanawa,
Nathanyanawa,
Haka,
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 Larapa'a,
Larapa'a,
Kal Makala,
Kal Makala,
Kal Madawa,
Kal Madawa,
Haka,
Haka,
Lataha,
Lataha,
Hamatazariah,
Hamatazariah,
Haka,
Haka,
Lahapian,
Lahapian,
Hamafian,
Hamafian,
Haka,
Haka,
Arakarawaf,
Awakawa,
Hatamala'a,
Hatama'ala,
Nagarashan,
Nagarashan,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushai,
Yahushai,
Wada,
Wada,
Aman.
oh man, in the English, Yahweh,
Yahweh,
in the name of
in the
Yahushai,
name of Yahushai,
please give us the power,
please give us the power
to heal,
to heal
all manner of sickness,
all manner of sickness,
and all manner of disease,
and all manner of disease,
the power to cleanse the lepers,
power to cleanse the lepers,
the power to raise the dead,
power to raise the dead,
the power against unclean spirits,
power against all unclean spirits,
to cast them out,
cast them out.
in the name of
In the
Yahushai.
name of Yahushai,
Thank you.
thank you.
So be it.
So be it. This is the blessings in Hebrew. Barak Atha Yahweh.
Barak atah Yahweh.
War Yahushai.
Wa Yahushai.
War Mayaka'ala.
Wa Mayaka'ala.
War Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Mataza Baya'a.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Ala Yahanna.
Ala Wap Yahanna.
Ha Ala Wapian.
Ha Ala Wap
Ha
Yahanna.
Saranyam.
Ha Saranyam.
Ha Kotazayanyam.
Ha Kwatazayanyam.
Ha Kalayayam.
Ha Kayayayam.
War Akawafiam.
Wa Akwafyam.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem.
Ba'ashem.
Yahushai.
Yahushai.
Wada.
Wada.
Amen.
Oh, mother, in English, bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushai.
And Yahushai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yohanna.
Commanding General Yohanna.
The generals.
Generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers.
The officers.
And the troopers.
And the troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of
In
Yahushai.
the name of Yahushai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. This is Psalms 121 in Hebrew. Asha'a Ayanya.
Asha'a Ayanya.
Halarayim.
Halarayim.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Yaba'a.
Yaba'a.
Isaiah.
Isaiah. Isaiah.
Hayam.
Hayam.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shemayim.
Shemayim.
Wa Aratazar.
Wa Aratazar.
Ayathan.
Ayathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Regalka.
Regalka.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Shemaka.
Shemaka.
Hana Allah.
Hana La'ah.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Yashan.
Yashan.
Shawama.
Shawama.
Yasharala.
Yasha'ala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shemaka.
Shemaka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Kuzaka.
Zaka.
Ayat.
Ayat.
Yamyanka.
Yanyanka.
Yamawam.
Yamawam.
Hashemash.
Hashamash.
La'ayakayaka.
The Ayakayaka.
Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Walayala.
Belayala.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashemaka.
Yashemaka.
Makalarai.
Makarai.
Yashema.
Yashema.
Afna Pashka.
After Pascha.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashema.
Yashema.
Kaza'afka.
Aza'afka.
Ubawaka.
Wabaika.
Wayatha.
Wa'aika.
I will
I will love. Amen.
Amen.
And in the English, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills.
I will lift up my eyes unto the hills.
From whence cometh my help?
From whence cometh my help?
My help cometh from Yahweh,
My help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and earth.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He will not suffer thy foot to be moved.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
He that keepeth thee will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Israel
he that keepeth Israel
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
How is thy keeper?
Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand.
How is thy shade upon thy right hand?
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee from
Yahweh
all
shall-
evil. He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in
from this time
from
forth
this time forth
and even
and
forevermore.
even forevermore.
So be it.
So be it. This is Psalms 83 in Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Adal Malayaka.
Al Yalaka.
Arthur Karash.
Arthur Karash.
Arthur Shakarat.
Wa Al Shakwat. Al
Kayahana.
Kayahana.
Awahabi Yaka.
Awabi Yaka.
Yahama Yawan.
Yahama Yawan.
Ra'ash.
Ra'ash.
Al-Makar.
Al Imakar.
Yaramwa.
Ira Yamwa.
Sawada.
Sawada.
Wayatha.
Wayata.
Yaitazawar.
Nawa Aitazawa.
Tazapawanyaka.
Al Tazar Pawanyaka.
Amawa.
Amawa.
Nakawa.
Nakawa.
Wanyakakidam.
Wayakakidam.
Magawa.
Magaya.
Wala'a Yazaka.
Wala Aya Zakar.
Sham Yashirala.
Sham Yasha'ala.
Awada.
Awada.
Kaya.
Kaya.
No Aitazawu.
Nawa Aitazawa.
Naba.
Labar.
Yakadwa.
Yakadwa.
Al Yaka.
Al Yakar.
Wayaraf.
Wayarab.
Yakarafwa.
Yakawafwa.
Ahalia.
Ahaya.
Ahadawam.
Ahadawam.
Wa Yashamai.
Wa Yashamai.
Ayam.
Alayam.
Mahabwa,
Mawa'aba,
Wahagarian,
Wahagayam,
Gabal,
Gobal,
Waimawan,
Wa'imawan,
Waimalak,
Wa'imalak,
Palashaf,
Palashaf,
I.S.U.P.K,
I.S.U.P.K,
Tazawar,
Tazawar,
Gom Ashawar,
Gom Ashawar,
Nalawa,
Nalawa,
Imam,
Imam,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Sarawai,
Sarawai,
Labanya Lawa,
Labanya Lawa,
Salah,
Salah,
I.S.H.A.L.A.M,
I.S.U.P.K,
Kamadian,
Kamadian,
Kasa'a Sarah,
Kasaya Sarah,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Daman,
Daman,
Adama,
Adama,
Shayathamwa,
Shayatamwa,
Nad Yabamwa,
Nada Yabawa, you got some
Karab,
Kara,
Wakazaba,
Wakazaba,
Wakazabak,
Wakazaba,
Wakatazamanai,
Wakatazamanai,
Ka Nasayam Yakawa,
Kana Sayakamwa,
Asha,
Asha,
Amawa,
Amawa,
Naisharash,
Nairasha,
Lanawa,
Lanawa,
Ath,
Nawath,
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 Ahaliam,
Ahaliam,
Kaash,
Ka'ash,
Tabai Yara,
Tabayara,
Kalahaba,
Wakalahaba,
Talahat,
Salahat,
Hariam,
Hayam,
Kantharadapma,
Kantaradapma,
Wasa Iraka,
Basa Iraka,
Wabasa Rapathka,
Wabasama Paka,
Sabaliham,
Sabalaham,
Mala'a,
Wala'a,
Hayahanwam,
Panyaham,
Kalawam,
Kwalawan,
Wayabakashwa,
Wayabakwashwa,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Wayabahalwa,
Wayabahawa, Ijai,
Wayakapawa,
Wayapapawa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayadai,
Wayadaiwa,
Kayatha,
Kayata,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Nabadka,
Nabadka,
Ayawan,
Ayawan,
Aikaha, Arataza,
Alcohol, Rataza,
Alman.
Alman in the English. Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo,
Below,
thine enemies make it to mold.
thine enemies make it to mold.
And they that hate thee,
And they that hate thee
have lifted up their head.
have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
Against thy people.
against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden
And
ones.
consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said, Come,
and
let us cut them off.
let us cut them off
From being a nation.
from being a nation.
That the name of Israel.
In the name of Israel.
May be no more in
May
remembrance.
be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together.
For they have consulted together
With one consent.
one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
Tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
And
the Hagarenes.
And the Hagarenes.
Gabal and Ammon.
Gabal and Ammon.
And Amalek.
And Amalek.
The Philistines.
The Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
I shall also join with them.
I shall also join with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them.
Do unto them.
As unto the Midianites.
Unto the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kisa.
At the brook of Kisa.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like a rib.
Make their nobles like a rib.
And like Zayeb.
And like Zayeb.
Yea.
Yea.
All their princes as the bar.
All their princes as the bar.
And as Zalmunah.
And as Zalmunah.
Who said,
let
us take to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves
the houses of God in possession.
The houses of God in possession.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As a stubble before the wind.
As a stubble before the wind.
As a fire burning for wood.
As a fire burning for wood.
And as a flame setteth the mountain on fire.
And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
That they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy name.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Let them be confounded.
Let them be confounded.
And troubled forever.
And troubled forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame.
Let them be put to shame.
And perish.
And perish.
That men may know.
That men may know.
That thou,
whose
name alone,
is
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
art the Most High, over all the earth.
Over all the earth.
So be it.
So be it.
And the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things living.
All things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
And punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
That speak against us.
Speak against us.
Thy prophets,
the
teachers, the princes,
the
priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school, send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction, to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure, of the rich of Israel, that refuse to give to the school, force their riches, to enter into thy sanctuary, send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction, to the the Edomites, and the nation, and their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, the Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Pasikomatazzi, the gay movement, the lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, army, navy, air force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet, and the airways, the cable access channel, and the radio channel, convict the spirit of any of thy people, that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way, or try to stop us, from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro, through the earth and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief, and the murderer. Let Yahweh shine. Michael and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers, and punish all the heathen that come up against us. As we speak thy word, cause it to be known by all, that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media, throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh, thank you always. So be it. Call it out.
Imagine Shabbat. Barak.
No, Sabbath Shabbat.
So like Imagine Shabbat. Imagine Barak.
Yahweh Ba Hashem Yahweh Shai Bakatah.
Yajamata. Class dismissed.